Hi, I'm Don Smith.
And I'm Bill Cartwright, and today is April 23rd.
We're on Channel 5 on the second and fourth Wednesday of every month.
And AJ also plays our program on YouTube, and you can get that anytime.
So you can watch us anytime. If you can't go to sleep, we're what you watch, and I'll put you right to sleep. Well, you might notice today's a little different than usual because it's our 1 year anniversary show. Can you believe it's been a whole year? Twice a month for the whole year.
I know, I can't believe that.
I can't believe it either, but we got a special cake, we got appetizers, we are all set. So we're going to do some things a little different. We're going to skip the trivia and all that stuff, and we're going to go straight to some other things. What you got going on?
Well, we're going to be going through our usual, getting away from our usual stuff, and the events will be, you'll be able to see upcoming events at the end of the show. AJ will run them in the credits, and you'll be able to see, there's websites there, so you can go to find out more information, because this is a special day, so we just don't, we've got time to go back and reminisce.
Well, we're going to share some clips because we've done all those shows, and there's some things that are kind of stood out just a little bit. And then in between all that, we're going to put some current music. We were around the county recording people who were rehearsing for shows. And we've got some of those songs that we're going to play as well. So it's a little bit different than the norm. And I think you're going to really enjoy it because I did.
Yeah. So, Don, do you remember when we visited Joyce Jenkins?
Oh, yes.
And she prepared a great dessert for us. Here's a special moment from that visit.
And this is when she recognized Bill for the first time.
Yes.
We'll have AJ run that.
So Marathon Oil Company hired me in and as a stenographer, and they then trained me to be a secretary to the executives eventually.
Ah.
But Tom Jenkins came along and wanted to marry me, and there I was. I had to go where he went, and he came down to Miami East for his first teaching assignment and coaching assignment.
Bill
and
went to
today
Miami
would have
East.
been,
Wonder if he would.
your mother was my nurse. Oh my word, I just got the connection.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tom.
when John was born.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Yeah. Oh, this is just, oh golly.
Tom was coach.
With football.
And he was my first coach.
Oh, Bill, this is incredible.
I loved him. He was great.
Oh my goodness.
He was tough, but that was what you needed.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, I'm going to.
We got to get back to the recipe, people.
Yes, I'm softening. I'm softening the butter a little bit so that when we add the flour and sugar.
Fourth pound of butter, half cup of sugar.
Yeah.
And
Bill,
a cup
your
of flour.
mother was my nurse when John was born.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Oh, bless her heart. She was.
Well, while we were with Joyce there in Troy, we decided to move ourselves on down to Tip City. My wife and I think the Cartwrights too, have, along with a lot of other people, visited the Tip City Community Band. And
fantastic group.
It's a really good group, and we were offered the opportunity to record their rehearsal. Their show's coming up soon, and we're going to show you that now. So, AJ, show that one.
Well, yes, I really enjoyed that rehearsal. Their performance, their performance is coming up on May 4th at 3 p.m. at the Tip Center.
Yep, and I think they're ready. We finally found
Oh.
out the difference between the Tip Center and the Senior
Senior Center, yes, there is a difference.
AJ, because of me and Bill, we all just drove around Tip City till we found them, but we did good.
We found them.
There are 3 or 4 different centers, and I didn't
Yeah,
know which one
that's
it was.
for
but
sure.
We eventually found it. It's a nice little play area, actually.
That's right.
You got
Excellent.
it. So anyway, but you know, back in the fall, we visited, you were out of town, but we
Yes,
visited
yes.
Jim Bryan as he was cooking Pioneer style in his Pioneer kitchen. And it was really interesting. The food was delicious. Melinda Silman was my co-host for that because you were on a cruise.
Yes.
But we
An
really
important
enjoyed,
cruise.
you enjoyed the 50th anniversary cruise.
Yes.
We enjoyed eating Pioneer style, which is not quite like a cruise.
No.
But anyway, we're going to see now, go back to Jim in that Pioneer kitchen making his food. AJ?
So here's the stew that's been cooking for 3 hours, right?
Yes.
And it's really hot.
That is hot.
Well, I'm going to set it down for a second because I think we ought to have another taste of this. Would you want to taste?
Is it typical that the
Fingers, there you go.
Frontier that you eat your dessert first?
Well, sure. But you know, my mother-in-law, that was her favorite thing to do. She always liked the dessert more than anything else. And when we had parties for her birthdays and stuff, we always served the dessert first.
Now, the corn that you were talking about hanging up there is the way you shell it out and parch it. Or else you can just...
But I bought some at the grocery store, and I did that. And it was dinky little pieces when it was done. It wasn't like what I wanted.
You bought it from the store.
That turns into what you
Over
have
there.
in your jar?
Yeah, you just
Okay.
shell it off the cob.
Be darned.
And you should get some and put it in homemade
might
popcorn.
do
It's
that.
delicious
I
in the
might
pop.
just do that.
Just like a tablespoonful in the thing.
Does it like puff up like puffs or something
Like
that?
nuts.
Like,
Like puffing. It doesn't pop open. It's just corn nuts. When you buy corn nuts, it's
Yeah,
kind of
they're
like
crunchy.
that, but it tastes way better.
All right.
It looks like kind of like a peanut, only brown.
okay. Yeah.
Can I tell you a secret? I don't like zucchini bread.
Oh, really?
But that doesn't even give me the indication of zucchini bread. That is, as you can tell, I ate all the rest of that. It's delicious. No, normally, you know, everybody makes zucchini bread. They all go after it and all that. But yours, that is delicious.
Well, wonderful. And we have sage that we dry. It's one of those.
Oh yeah,
And of course
right there in the
that's-
middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and then dill is that first,
Over there, yeah. I've got some dill drying right now at home.
and we have mint, and so we dry those and put them in things.
Well, that certainly, I'm sorry I missed that cooking with Jim Bryan. That looks like that would have been a lot of fun.
Oh, and you would have liked the food.
Oh, I'm sure I would have. But we had the good fortune to be at the high school for the senior breakfast. That's us old people, you know.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. It's not the seniors at the high school.
No, it's for old people. But
And
well,
we
we're all
qualify.
young at heart, though. Don't remember, we're all young at heart. But they had several great talent events that morning. Among them was the high school jazz band under the dynamic direction of Wyatt Hines. And I understand they have a concert coming up.
Yes, they do. On May 5th, you can all come out to the high school to hear the jazz band. And I got to tell you, I heard them at the library, and I've heard them
Yep.
out here for the senior breakfast and other places. And they also back up the show choir sometimes. So I think they're amazing.
They
and
are
I think
amazing.
anybody who doesn't hear them has a loss in
They're
their life.
missing out,
Yeah,
that's
they are
for
missing
sure.
out. So we have some tape of the high school jazz band under the direction of Wyatt Hines, and we'd like to show you that. I'm just really impressed with their music.
Yep. Roll it, AJ.
Roll it.
Well, do you remember, Don, when we were visiting you in Las Vegas and we had a chance to go to the In-N-Out Burger? Sandwiches are really good, and here's us enjoying our lunch.
Oh, yeah, and it almost meant we couldn't get this tuxedo on.
Yeah, it was
I went
close.
there 3 or 4 times. You only went once.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
maybe twice. Were you there twice? I forget.
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, we did go there. I think it was just you and I the one time.
Yeah, we
But
knew that. We knew
yeah,
that was-
we just had to go back again.
So it's a really good place, and I'm really sorry if you haven't been to one that you get to
Yeah.
one. But they don't come any further east than Texas.
I was going to say.
But they are really a good hamburger place.
You never know. They may
It's
end up
busy.
in. Oh yeah,
You know,
always busy.
You know Chick-fil-A around here?
Oh yeah,
That's what it is out there
out
for
there.
hamburgers.
Yeah, they were.
So,
oh, yeah.
anyway.
it was crazy.
We're going to
Show a little
have
clip
you
of
watch
that.
us eat.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Well, here we are
Here we
at
are.
the In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger, and I'll tell you what, these burgers are amazing.
And yours is almost already in.
I got half of it left, but it's really good, really good.
And we're having French fries. And this, by the way, we're doing this on Valentine's Day, so our wives didn't realize it, but this is their nice dinner out. So anyway, we wanted to make sure that you all knew that we were celebrating our wives for our birthday,
And
for the
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and the ketchup is red, so that all goes with it.
Yeah, it does. So that helps us out. But I'll tell you what, this place is super busy. Really is. But I'll tell you what, the hamburgers are really good.
Worth it.
Yeah.
It's interesting because when you come in here, I asked them about what's the least busy time for us to take. And guess what? There is no least busy time. She said
No,
it's this
they're
way
always
all
busy.
the time. So if you get out to Las Vegas, this is one of the places you should look up. There are several in Las Vegas,
Yes,
and they're worth a visit.
they really are.
And by the way, just a minute ago, I saw a future bride. She had her thing on, everything, and it's her first time at the In-N-Out, and she's excited.
Yep.
She came from Chicago with her, I think it's her fiance or a boyfriend, I don't know which. But anyway, they're here and we're here and we're having a really great time. We're really glad that you all are able to watch us eat.
Yes.
Have
We
a good
wish
day.
you were here.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Well, you know, I ate there 3 different times,
I
and
know.
I really enjoyed it. But you know, the other day I was watching, and the barber shoppers, you know, the group that sings the quartets, and they just have really nice voices.
Yep.
And they all practice directly across the street from my house.
Oh, wow.
So I was watching them go into Green Street Church, and I thought to myself, we should tape that.
Absolutely.
So I went over to the Green Street United Methodist Church where they practice down in the lower level, and they were having a practice, and I was just really impressed with the sound of their music. They are a nice group, and they perform in a lot of interesting places, like they'll go to churches and perform, just simple little things, but they're a really good sounding
They really
group
are.
of men.
Yeah, and they've been around for a long time.
You know, I'm not prejudiced to men or women one way or the other, but sometimes some things need to be male. And when you're talking that kind
Barbershop.
of music,
Yep.
it's just that style. So anyway, we did some taping and Home on the Range and another song that was there, and I think it's a really good thing, and we're going to let you enjoy their singing.
So here's the Coast Guard marching song. We sing on land or sea, through surf and storm and howling gale. High shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our pledge, our motto to fight, to save or fight and die. Aye, Coast Guard, we are for you, for you. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and Down we dive, smelling our flame from under, off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame, or go down in flame. Oh, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. On guard at every station, protectors of our nation, the great armed forces of America. America today. Today. 1, 2, 3, hooray! Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard the discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Oh, give me a land where the white diamond sand flows leisurely down the stream, where the graceful white swan goes gliding along like a maid in a heavenly dream. Then I would not exchange my home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Not cloudy all day.
Well, you know, Don, I was in it was kind of like a barbershop quartet, except it was a Christian quartet. And we did Christian music, which I know barbershoppers do also.
Yep, they do.
But once upon a time, and I really enjoyed being a part of a quartet because we had so much fun and we went all over, sang at a lot of different places, and we did that for, I bet 7 years or more. And it was good. And do you know who was our director?
No, who?
Neoma Russell.
Remember Neoma?
Yeah.
She was on our Christmas show.
She was.
Had reminiscences of
Yeah,
all
easy for
kinds
you
of
to
things
say.
she remembered back in her youth at Christmas time.
Yep.
And so she is such a nice lady. She 97?
She is. Yes.
96, 97?
97.
Oh.
And sharp as a tack, let me
Yep.
tell you.
And still can sing.
But she's only about that tall.
She's short, but she
Very
can
short.
sing.
Oh, but she can sing, yeah.
Yep, she's really good.
She
Well,
is.
you know, now we're going to see a clip that I would consider maybe the most embarrassing show that we did because
Not
I
for
was
me.
well, no, not for you.
It wasn't that embarrassing, and it was probably the best dessert I've had.
It was just me. Oh yeah, the food was delicious. But
Yeah, yeah.
Nancy Mullenbrock made me put on that apron, which was a flamingo with that big old head sticking right out of my guts.
It was so cute.
It was-
You should have
it
seen. Well, you're
reminded
going to
me-
see it.
It wasn't cute. It reminded me of those alien movies where the thing
Yeah.
comes out of the stomach.
That's
So-
true. That is true.
So I was just a little bit, and every time I turn around, that head would hit something. And then my ears got caught in the, oh, it was just different. So we're going to see
It was
that.
funny
segment
is what it
now.
was.
Nancy did a great job.
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah,
The
yeah.
dessert, it was just
And
beautiful,
explaining it
tasty,
and
making
all that,
it
yeah.
and all that. But, oh, that apron.
It was wonderful.
It's so nice to have you, Bob. Bill. Oh, golly, I am so sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
So
We can
I
call him
have,
Bob. It's
I
all
have a
Call me
little.
anything you
I have
want.
some things that you need.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Oh, I'm so excited. Which
The-
one?
well-
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Comet, or Vixen?
Well, you're not a
Conrad
vixen.
Blitzen. I don't have a regular.
I like that. You're
Okay.
not a vixen.
Now I have some aprons, and I have a special one for you, Don.
Oh,
Please come on in.
I'm not so sure.
So we're gonna make a white chocolate, no bake peppermint cheesecake today.
Well, that's
and,
unusual.
and so we're not gonna have any heat in the kitchen. So Don, I've always wanted to give you the bird,
Oh, no.
and here you are.
You mean I have to wear this?
Please.
Yes.
I can't get it over my antlers.
Well, we can remove the antlers.
Oh, I knew you'd help.
I can't wait to see it on you.
My antlers fell down.
Oh, you like
And Bill,
Yes.
you have a choice.
Oh, that's
get a
no
choice.
fair.
You can either be,
Well,
this
one would go with my.
it would, or you may be a flamingo also.
Oh, I'll do this
All right,
one.
very
Oh, I
well.
bet you will.
Well, you know, I made out on that one with my apron because I think I was an elf, which
Yeah.
I had little elf hats and all that. But it was.
I think Nancy likes you best.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was.
Either that or she knew I'd be the one who would be willing.
Well, I was. Well, that could be. Well, I'd have been willing, but I didn't want to let her know that. So.
Well, I'll let her know if we ever do another one. Let me tell you. It's Bill's turn to wear the, what is it?
I know.
Penguin, the flamingo.
Right.
Well, you know, we visited Edison State Community College the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and the college has the Chargers Society Jazz Band, and they were rehearsing. Chris Braun is the director there, and I was excited because they're getting ready for the graduation music for the Edison graduates. But beyond that, he's working on the 100th anniversary music of the Mills Brothers.
Oh, cool.
And I'm hoping that our show, we can have some touch base with that and talk to him about the Mills Brothers music in a later date. But the other day when we were there, they were just practicing, and they did several songs for the practicing for the graduation. So it was kind of interesting. You weren't able to be there because you were sick.
I was sick. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sick now, but I'm here. Anyway.
And I'm just getting over mine. So
That's good.
And it was just a sinus infection. So.
Well, I don't know what mine is, but eventually it goes away. Okay, so here we go. You know, a week ago, a little over a week now, almost 2 weeks, we had my event at the library.
At the library,
My last
yeah.
one, and it was Broadway music, and we had two really good people who came to that.
Yeah, Gretchen and Carson were really good.
They really were.
really
And, Gretchen was, I don't know if she's still in New York, but she was trying out for a suffragette musical that will be touring the country for 18 months. And she's
Hopefully
hoping
she'll
to
get the
have-
part.
I know if she does, we get to see her at the Schuster.
There
So
you go.
anyway, they did an amazing job of singing songs kind of off the cuff, because we sat down and we just talked about music that was memorable from Broadway past, and of course they're young, so lots of that is not as common to them.
Well,
as it is to
that
us.
and you didn't give them a lot of time.
Well, no, I didn't. That way they get it done really good.
There you go, there you go.
Anyway, they did a great job, and we have clips of two of their songs, and I think you'll enjoy listening to that too. And I know AJ's going to enjoy listening to it because we told him he would. So go for it.
Why do they think up stories that link my name with yours? Why do the neighbors chatter all day behind their doors? I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love. Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow like mine. People will say we're in love. Don't start collecting things.
Like what?
Give me my rose and my blood.
I don't take anything.
Sweetheart, they're suspecting things. People will say we're in love.
Some people claim that you are to blame as much as I.
Yes.
Why do you take the trouble to make my favorite pie? Granting your wish, I carved our initials on the tree. Just keep a slice of all the advice you give so free. Don't praise my charm too much. Don't look so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too
Well, I'm
much.
clumsy.
Don't keep your hand in mine.
I get cold.
Your hand feels so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. They'll see it's all right with me. People will sit and croon us her lullaby.
She'd say, kids, there's a place that's like no other. You gotta get there before you die.
You don't get there by playing from the rule book.
You stack the aces.
You load the dice. Mother dear, oh, we know you're down there listening. How can we follow your sweet advice? Easy street, where they sleep till noon.
Yeah.
She'd repeat, easy street, better get best to easy street, where the rich folks play, where they play all day. Move their feet to easy street. When you get there, stay. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $3 or $4 while she gets Warbucks.
The little brat. It ain't fair, this here life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat.
Maybe she holds the key that little Annie
To get more bucks.
instead of less. Maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Where does that put us?
Give you one guess. Yes. Easy street, easy street. Annie is the key. Yes, sorry, yes, sorry, yes, sorry. Yeah! Easy street, that's where we're gonna be.
Well, you know, before we wrap this up, there's one other highlight that I think is really important, and that's when they painted the Mills Brothers mural on the building, and we interviewed the muralist, and it was just fun. We interviewed the daughter?
Granddaughter.
The granddaughter of one of the Mills brothers. It was really a fun thing to do.
And I got to tell you, we sent Bill and AJ up in the air.
Yeah, we did.
They had to go clear up to the top of the mural.
I think somebody else was afraid to go up there.
I wasn't afraid. I was giving you an honor, an opportunity.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Because I would have liked to have done that.
I enjoyed it.
And I knew you would.
And I knew AJ did too.
Well, he didn't have a choice. We had to have the camera up there.
Well, that's true.
But, I think AJ's going to show some pictures of that. And
It's a good thing I'm not afraid of heights, guys. I like roller coasters and stuff.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
I don't like roller coasters, but I don't mind height. I just don't want roller coasters. But anyway, AJ's going to show us you doing the interview and all that, and then at the same time, he's found some footage of the Mills Brothers actually singing, and I think that'll be kind of an interesting final entertainment episode.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now.
All righty.
Painting on brick is not easy to do. So I was going to ask you, what did you have to do to get the surface ready to do the painting? They put a sealer on the brick, which was nice, and then we we're using special exterior primer, the gray, that's what that is for good bonding. And then we're using like 25, 30-year exterior paint. Okay. And we're also using a sprayer. As you can see this, it's sprayed with a sprayer, so it gets in the ground nicely. You don't have the interruptions of the ground, and you can soften things up a lot better that way. So it's a combination of brush and spray. This is going to be a big white, or maybe just, we might be using this color, because we're working in sepia tones, and we're going to do a big white stripe and then a big blue sprayed halo around them as well.
Oh, okay. Well, it's about time we wrap up the show.
Yep, but you know, we got cake.
Uh-huh.
And Nikki Cool, that's Bill's daughter.
Yep.
And you saw her. She did a program with us, and she cooked strawberry rhubarb cream pie.
Oh boy, was it good.
We should have. We should pretend like we're taping again and get another one.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's free. Anyway, it was really good.
Yeah, it was
But she made the cake, and I'm really impressed with it because it's got all kinds of color. And if you can't see it in the TV, it's even shiny. There's some glittery to it. And it's just really a nice cake, and it says happy anniversary, and we can save that for next year. Well, maybe.
It might be a little hard.
Well, no, I just mean the happy anniversary.
Oh, that part.
That's plastic. It's hard already. So anyway, but we can't do this whole thing without AJ. So
that's true.
Oh, look, AJ's got the cake on the camera, and we're gone.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Nikki, you did a really good job.
That's
it's
beautiful.
A beautiful cake.
You know what? We're in the black was in the way.
I know. We got to get ourselves
anniversary.
over so you can see happy anniversary. See, whoop, it's you,
That's
Bill.
you. No, that's you.
Oh dear,
there you go. There's happy anniversary.
Okay, this is not comfortable.
Yay.
Let's get over this in a hurry.
Okay.
So anyway, AJ, you got to come in here.
I'm coming.
He's the director, and by the way, when you see him, he's going to look like the director. He doesn't look like us because we got ourselves all fixed up.
Criticize how I cut this.
Well, it's already wrong, but that's okay.
I know you're supposed to cut a little circle in the center.
middle.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I did that for 30 years. Look at that. We're getting excitement. Now, some of this part we'll have to cut. Where'd AJ go already?
I don't know.
I was fixing the cameras and moving shots and
I thought maybe
this
you went
for the green screen.
I thought maybe you went home or something.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Ran away from all you guys.
Well, he's not going to go anywhere if he gets cake. I can tell you that.
Oh, it's chocolate.
Oh,
yeah, it's all over the counter, but that's okay.
I know. Well, you know, we've had a really good year.
Yeah.
And we've been to a lot of places, met a lot of wonderful people, and it's just been so much fun. And hopefully we can keep going.
I know it. And you know one of the things that really impresses me more than anything at all?
What?
AJ had no idea what we were going to do.
Yeah.
When we started.
Yeah.
He was just going,
It's like,
well, we'll see how one show goes.
Who are these jokers?
And you could have 30 minutes, we'll see what happens. And the
Yeah.
second show was an hour, and that was the end of that. So,
And I make you guys look good
every time you do. And
you
it's
know, the
all
other-
because of him.
the thing that I'm most impressed with of all of it is, though, the amount of time he takes out of his day to do taping. Because that segments we just showed, he was in Tip City doing that. He was over at Edison. He gets all over the place for our show. All of you who are watching, to show that you're watching, because we don't have any idea if anybody's paying attention.
No.
And all you have to do is send a simple little card to AJ at Piqua High School, and he can then see that there are people paying attention to what we do. So please take the time to give us your input.
And we'd also like to thank all of you for watching, because without you, why would we do this?
Yeah.
You know, you guys are great, and we just thank you so much.
Yep. Stay tuned for events coming up at the end. We're going to do a scrolling thing for the events this
Right.
time rather than talk about each one.
Websites will be on it, so you can go to those websites and get more in-depth information.
I'm Don Smith.
I'm AJ Ganger.
And I'm Bill Cartwright.
What's happening?